Data types. Data types in programming language defines domain of allowed values, the second thing, the operation that can be performed on these values, and third and most important one, the amount of memory that required to store a value, that is simple memory allocation. In the sense, it also gives idea about number of memory bytes required. So what is data types in simple programming language? Basically, the data types define the domain of allowed values, the operation that can be performed on these values, and the memory allocation. In the sense, the number of memory bytes are required to store a specific value. Now, before going to discuss further, consider a simple scenario. A programmer is writing a simple program in which the student database is created. That is, this programmer is writing a simple code in which he is going to access three different quantities. The first one is name of student, the second one student serial number, and third one is student's percentage value. So when we talk about the domain associated with each of these input entity, the name is basically associated with, or the domain for this name, it is character or simple a string. The serial number is an integer value, whereas the percentage is simple floating point value. So simply, this program deals with three different entities: name associated with character or string domain, serial number associated with an integer value, and percentage, which is nothing but or going to deal with the floating point value. So what in short the data type define? The data type basically again define in short, in a summary, the type of data or value, we can say, that accessed in program or that used in program. So to store each of this value, we are dealing with a variable, and this variable declaration is basically given with a proper syntax as: first data type space name of variable. So here, as per our requirement, we can declare the three different variables. The first variable is like going to store the name. So for that, the data type that we can define like this with variable suppose name. The second one for serial number, that is int, that is sr, and for percentage we will write here as a float, per. So these are the three different variables which are going to access values for program, and all these values are associated with a different domain. One is dealing with simple your character, another is dealing with serial number, that is integer, and the third one is a percentage. Now what is this character, what is integer, and what is float? These are nothing but what? Simple data type, and this defines, or this gives an idea about what kind of data that is used in a program, or the domain associated with the program. Now let us discuss which are the different basic data types present in C programming language. So in C, the basic four data types are present. The first data type is called as int, which is represented with keyword int. The second one is represented with keyword as a float. Third one is represented with the keyword as char, and the last one is represented with keyword as double. So as the name suggests, the int, this data type is used to hold or to indicate the integer values. The float is used to represent floating point values. The character represents or used to store single character, and double is used to store a double precision floating point number. So simple, in C programming language, basic or fundamental four data types are present. To hold the integer value, int is used. To store the floating point value, float is used. And to store a single character, character is used. And for double precision floating point number, double is used. So this int, float, character and double, these are basically called as a data types. So just recall a previous example that we had discussed. A simple program which is associated with students database. This program is going to access the entities, or I will say as a quantities. The first one is name. The second one is student's serial number, and third one is percentage. So associated with this, we are declaring a variable. For name we are using nm, for serial number we are using sr, and for percentage we are using per. So as per syntax, for declaring a variable, first we have to define a data type and then the name of variable as said. So here we are going to write the things in this way. For store a name, we are using, as it is associated with a character domain, so we are using this keyword character. To store a serial number, which is an integer value, we are using the data type as an integer. A percentage, which is a floating point value, we are using a data type as a float, and corresponding to it we are defining the required simple, say a variable. So for character we are using this as a name, for integer we are using as a sr, and for float we are using this as a per. So in this way we are going to use a simple variables along with appropriate data type in a program. And data type basically defines what kind of data that we are going to handle. Now the most important, the second thing that we had said, the data type also gives us an information about how many memory bytes are required to store a value. So basically when the integer is declared for 16-bit system, this integer required 2 bytes of memory, whereas for higher number of bits 64 and all, it requires the 4 bytes of memory. For float it require 4 bytes. For character, the data type, due to declaration of variable with a character data type, a single byte is required, that is 1 byte. And for double precision value, it requires total 8 bytes. Okay, so in this way the dual task is done by data type. First it defined what kind of data that we are using in our program, and the second and most important one, it is associated with the number of bytes that are required to store that specific variable. So now what is this 2 byte, 4 byte, 1 byte or 8 byte? So let us discuss it again here. So now when we are talking about a system, so this system is having some memory where the values are stored. Suppose consider an example of first variable. So no doubt in our system we are having a different memory slots. Say we are these slots. So now what will happen when we declare this character nm, and as said, for character 1 byte is required. For say integer, as we are using a more than 32-bit system, here it is dealing with a 4 byte, whereas for 16-bit system it requires only 2 byte, and for float it requires the 4 byte. So what it indicate, suppose now I am declaring I am dealing with the first declaration, that is character nm. So when I am using this variable nm with the data type as a character, what will happen, associated with the memory, out of available memory byte, 1 byte of memory is reserved to store a character value, and name given to this memory slot is a nm. So in this way the memory allocation is done as per the data type available. Now consider the second declaration, that is int integer serial number. So again what will happen in this case, so we are having this memory slot, like this. So out of this memory slot, if we are using a 64-bit system, then 4 memory bytes are reserved, say 1 2 3 4, and the name given to this memory byte is SR, and it is going to hold an integer value. So in this way the data type is going to define the type of data as well as how many memory bytes that are reserved to store this value. Now there is another one important, we can say, the concept associated with these variables, and that concept is called as simple type qualifiers. There are two basic types of type qualifiers. The first one is called as size qualifiers, and the second one is called as sign qualifiers. The size qualifiers are again subdivided into two types. The first one is called as a short, and the second one is called as a long. So it is again associated with the size that is allotted for variable, whereas the sign qualifiers are subdivided into two types. The first one is called as a signed and the second one is called as a unsigned. So these are the different type qualifiers are used in programming language. So when we talk about an sign qualifier, the sign qualifier and unsigned, that is sign and unsigned, these are the two types and can be applied to character and integer type. When the qualifier unsigned is used, the number is always positive number, whereas when the sign is used, the number may be positive or negative. If sign qualifier is not mentioned in integers, then by default sign qualifiers is assigned. If sign qualifier is not mentioned for character type, then whether the character type is signed or unsigned is machine dependent. The range of values for signed type is less than that of unsigned type. This is because in signed type the leftmost bit is used to represent the sign, while in unsigned type this bit is also used to represent the value. Here the size qualifiers, that is short and long, can be applied to integer type to get the types short integer and long integer. The qualifier long can be applied to double to get type long double, which stores extended precision floating point numbers.